Hey you guys, it's Rika. So I want to talk about my day yesterday. Yesterday was Sunday. I'm originally born and raised from Vallejo, California. And I got to go to the Bay yesterday. I'm to go visit Vallejo where everything started, the first house I remember from my childhood. I went to Frisco. And I want to talk about how it felt going to my old childhood house. So it was on 124 Round Street in the Crest. That's where we learned how to fight. If we got in a fight and lost the fight, we came home and got our ass whooped. And I learned so much stuff in there, whether it was good or bad. You're taught how to defend yourself. I remember it used to be like 15 of us in a 3-bedroom house. Because all our mamas then left us. They too ready and interested in whether it was men or drugs or whatever. But all my cousins ended up at one house. And I was one of them. And just seeing that house now, being 27 years old, thinking about everything that happened then, I'm truly grateful. Yes, I'm using a Q-tip. Q-tips are better. I'm grateful on how far God has brung me. Because me, like, taking psychology classes, going to school, by the grace of God, being able to be out of that house, being chosen, because I'm writing a book now, and I just felt, one thing I wrote in my book, I'm not going to spoil it, but I just felt like I was, like, auctioned off. I felt like my stepdad came and my mom just kind of auctioned me off to him, like, oh, look at her, she's this and that, I need you, I need help, and he came, and I'm thankful for that. That's a whole nother video. But just seeing it, man, like, I didn't know how much dysfunction was in that house, possibly incest. It was so much going on in that house because it's like 15 of us in a 3-bedroom. A lot of my cousins, we don't even speak no more. We still, we probably follow each other on social media, say hi and bye. But that living in that house affected a lot of us mentally. A lot of us deal with abandonment issues, but nobody's going to say it. You know what I'm saying? And it was just it was also filled with a bunch of hopes and dreams in that house. All my cousins, we made the best of everything. Like, we all had trees to climb. After a while, I stopped going over there as much, but I was there for a while. But it was like do or die, man. It was do or die in the house. And it made us cousins. We went through some shit in that house. I really don't want to expose too much. But it just brought back a lot of emotions. It made me think about how much my childhood affected my choices in life, how it affected my choices in men. And it made me think of what kind of parent I want to be. And I would never love my family to death. But I don't want to be a drive-by mom. I don't want to try to find a babysitter every 5 minutes on who gonna watch my son. Like, I genuinely enjoy my son. I enjoy the bond with my son. And I never want my son to grow up feeling the way I felt. And I just felt like I was just always chasing my mom. And when I was around my mom, I always felt like I was the parent and she was the child. Which makes sense on why we have the relationship we have now, because my mom wasn't really around. She was always like more my friend than my mama. You know what I mean? So, like, I'm thankful that me going back to that house showed me how far I've came in my life. I had to go through some things, especially some violence, to get this calm, because once I moved with my dad, I did, and I was full-time with my stepdad, I dealt with depression. I dealt with just a lot of anger. I wanted my mom. My mom was emotionally unavailable. When I got with my stepdad, he provided. He showed me a lot of good qualities in men, which is what I seek for in men. But he also showed me dysfunction as well. He was also unemotionally available. He was very abusive. But you got to think about what they went through as a child. You know what I mean? My stepdad grew up seeing his mom hit his mom. When I grew up, I seen my mom and my stepdad fighting like pits. Like pit bulls. You know what I'm saying? And then after that, now we're going to get something to eat. Like, we got to pretend we didn't just hear what the fuck was going on in the other room. You know what I mean? And it normalized things that shouldn't have been normalized. Just like the dysfunction living on Round Street in the Crest. Like, a lot of things that wasn't for a child was normalized. Like we was taught to fight, to defend for everything we had. Like that. It's just, man. Or just thinking, some men, we was poor. We didn't even know we was poor. We would get one box of cereal. Everybody get their own cereal. We sometimes had oatmeal. We had a pack of hot dogs. Like, you had to write your name on shit so when nobody eat your cereal or whatever. Like, it was a struggle, nigga. I remember just moving in Vallejo, just living in Vallejo. I lived in so many places. Hillcrest, Kathy Ellen Street, West Vallejo, North Vallejo. That's what I'm saying. When people be like, oh, where you from? I'm from Vallejo. I always said I was from the Crest, because I am from the Crest. But I'm from Vallejo, like all Vallejo. You know what I'm saying? But the Crest gave me my hood side. That's where I was mostly with my hood family, my mom, all them. I always say I got my hood side from my mama. I got my common sense from my stepdad, because when I got my stepdad, it was just things on how we was raised. Like, I wasn't allowed to wear red nail polish. I barely could wear lip gloss. I had lip gloss in my pocket at school. When I got to school, I put that in my pocket, whatever. And mascara. But I wasn't allowed to wear makeup, which I'm thankful for now, being grown, because I feel like I'm more comfortable in natural beauty. The most you'll ever see me wear is a little bit of foundation and mascara and lip gloss, because, you know, being raised by, well, I was always told I was beautiful, so thank you. But with my dad, we were taught to enhance the beauty we have. He always told us makeup covered us up. So, but I mean, we're women, so I like to play in makeup, but I'm not putting on no foundation. I'm not doing all that extra stuff. That just takes too long. It's truthfully pointless. Drink water if you want nice skin. You don't have to put nothing on your face. Anyway, but it just triggered a lot. It triggered a lot. It made me think of my choices in men. I had my son young. I was married young and divorced young. And then I was in a very controlling relationship where it was glamorized as I have a man that takes care of everything. He took care of my bills. He took care of my car. Anything I wanted or needed, he got it. I wanted my nails done, he fixed it. He was my man. And I thought that's how it was supposed to be. Because that's what I saw my dad say. He took care of everything. But then the guy I was with, I don't want to say too much because you probably know whatever. But he was very abusive. And I don't know if I loved him or if I just didn't love myself enough. Because I stayed. And I stayed so long that I was afraid to leave. You know what I'm saying? But he had qualities of what I was looking for. But eventually, I had to snap into reality. Like, you know what? Regardless of how much I love him, how much do I love myself? Because clearly, this ain't right. Like, But it's what I seen growing up. I see my mom and my dad fighting, and then after that they laugh and like, yeah, we love each other, we just go through it. I'm thinking you go through it. I was told this is what you go through in relationships. And it's fucking not. You don't ever let no man hit you. And truthfully, a woman should not hit a man either. And I am a Leo, and sometimes I don't even have to hit a man. My mouth, my energy is aggressive. And it's challenging. I get it. So I had to realize once I was single, I stayed single for a long time after that relationship because it made me think of what I seen growing up. It made me think of my upbringing, and I wanted to heal correctly. I didn't want to go to another relationship with the same trouble and drama from what I went through and bring it in this one. I'm not healing, and now I'm affecting everybody else with what's going on with me. And it made me think about everything like that. And honestly, any ex I have, like, I just love so much. I don't have a regret for anything. I don't wish nothing bad on anybody. You don't ever stay with anyone who's putting their hands on you or harming you or trying to do. When you're dealing with someone that is not afraid of a consequence, that's when it's bad. And that's when I knew it was bad. And it made me think like, okay, why do I keep attracting these kind of people? Or why am I attracted to these kind of people? Or what attracts me? I found out, man, I could just keep going on and on and on. That's another story too. Either way, your upbringing is a lot. So take advantage and do your best to understand it. But going to the Bay really woke a lot of stuff up for me, especially with me now being 27 years old, being a mother. It showed me a lot that I went through and a lot that I've overcome. And I'm thankful for a lot of that. I don't believe in losses. Even my exes, I'm thankful for every ex I've had because it was a lesson in everything. And it just feels good to always go back to your roots. You know what I mean? Because you need to figure out why you are the way you are and where you from. And it just feels good to learn yourself. I recently agreed with this guy that we were life partners because, again, I feel like we made the relationship toxic because I was ready to date, he wasn't. And you cannot be with someone when you are not properly healed from something else. And I constantly tried to tell him that, and but once he seen that I was ready to go because I seen that he wasn't over it, that's when he wanted to change. I felt like it was too late. But regardless of what we went through, we just love the fuck out of each other. And we just agreed to be like life partners. I'm currently single though, but him, I believe we all got somebody like that. You can comment below. Like, you got somebody like, no matter what happens, I just love you. And I genuinely wish the best for you in anything that you do. Whether you get married, start a whole nother life, or what. I'm not legally married to nobody. I don't want that right now. I really want to enjoy Rika baby. Because I love me. And I never got a chance to fully love me because I'm always in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Or just growing up, you just gotta have somebody. You better get a man. You better have a man. Being around aunties and stuff, they talking about who need a man, whatever. Like, I'm okay with me. And I know when it's okay to say I'm not okay. I'm very transparent with others and myself. And I'm good with me right now. Like, lately I just been grinding, working like crazy. Being a mama, which I genuinely enjoy. It's hard though. Like, sometimes my son is wow. Like, who are you today? But I love him, and I only want him. Like, I had him young. That's another reason why I feel like I don't want any more kids, because I had my son so young. He wasn't planned, but he was definitely loved from start to forever. But however, I just want to do things I never got to do. Shoot, after I had a baby, I'm trying to work on my body. I'm trying to travel. I should be in Jamaica in a couple of years. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to do other stuff. And right now, a baby just don't fit into that. I have my baby. So, that's that. But yeah, anyway, I just wanted to tell you about the Bay Area. I went to Frisco. I got on the boat. They did the tour, which was really, really fun. I went to Bubblegumps, bomb.com. Okay. I don't eat meat. It's been 3 years. I don't eat meat. I only eat seafood. And I had like some crab balls. Ah, that sounds crazy. But it was like a crab and there was like a shrimp stuffed in it. Did that sound crazy too? Sorry. Either way, that was bomb. And I had so many pineapple and Malibus. That was just cool too. I was just living my best life. And before that, I've been out a few times with my friends. I love hanging out with my girls. I love being a woman. Like, you don't even understand. I love getting my nails done. I love putting lip gloss on. I love getting my eyebrows done. I love being a woman. Okay? Like, God, thank you. But, man, a lot of things triggered me being back in the Bay Area. I go like every 4 years. I live pretty far out now. But I go back every 4 years and just reminisce. And sometimes you just need to get your juice back. You ever going through something or you just feel out of place or whatever. You got to go back to your auntie house to be around cousins and be like, yeah, you know me. You know what I mean? Or you got to go to your secret spot and meditate and collect. Like sometimes you just need to rejuvenate. On that note, I am about to go stretch. I got to get ready to go too, so that's why I did this. But I love you guys for listening. I don't know how many subscribers I got. The more, the merrier. I hate when people text me while I'm talking. Why is you? Anyways, like, comment, subscribe, because I never say that, because I really don't. I don't care for the likes and all this and that. I really just use YouTube as a venting thing, because I don't have friends. I can count how many people I mess with. I'll say that. One of them I call friend all the time because I love her and she's really been my friend on some times where I just felt invisible. Shout out to friend. Hi, friend. Love you. But like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me if I'm doing okay. If you're a hater and you want to talk shit, I don't care. Thank you for commenting anyway. If you are just a viewer and you don't want to know that you don't want me to know that you viewed it, you don't want to like it, you don't want to comment, hi to you too. But I need to start doing this more again because every time I start doing YouTube, then I stop because I get carried away doing other stuff. Then I come back, whatever. But like I said, I use it as a venting thing. Going back home really snapped me into things. It's about to be the end of the year. 2019 taught and showed me so many things. So many things. I will never forget 2019, for real. Just turning 27 woke me up, like, to life. And I still deal with things that I'm really still trying to focus on and get through the challenge with. So pray for me on that, because we all deal with stuff. I can smile all day. You know what I mean? You don't know what's going on. That's why I always say be careful how you treat people, because you don't know what people are going through. We're living in a generation where social media is so-called everything, and people will front. People will make it seem like they're having the best life, and they're miserable. They're depressed. They're stressed. They have anxiety. So be careful how you treat people, seriously, because everything that glitter ain't gold. Everything is not what you post it to be. Be careful on what it looks like on the outside. Salt looks like sugar. Don't be confused. Don't assume. Don't judge. Live, love, and love to live. Bye.